Hey there, you're back. Congratulations on making it to the second challenge. Yesterday, we talked about the top 3 lies that I see people are told that keep them stuck. And today, I want to talk about the top 3 fears that I've gathered from working with over 100 clients that keep people stuck. So, the first fear I want to talk about is the fear of failure. I've seen this fear embedded in all of us. This fear is very closely tied to our own identity. For example, if you're an artist and you put your work out there, it's terrifying for it to maybe fail or be judged, because what does that mean about us? And this fear is often magnified when we've stopped doing things that are important to us. It basically builds up the anticipation that failing feels even scarier. So in order to overcome this, we have to accept that failure is normal and that failure is necessary as part of any worthwhile endeavor. Children fall 1,000 times before they learn to walk, and we don't shame them when they fall. We celebrate when they get back up. But somewhere along the lines of there to here, we learned that we're not allowed to fail. And if we do, we should hide our faces getting back up. Nothing happens without some risk. Without some risk, we can't make room for accomplishment. And really the place to start is with those baby steps. We did them then, we have to do them now. Don't focus on the end game, but focus just on the first step into something that makes us feel vulnerable. Fear number 2 is the fear of uncertainty. We like what we're used to. So even if you don't like your reality, at least you know it, and at least you know what to expect. And if it's crappy, at least it's your crappy reality. On an evolutionary perspective, this makes sense. We didn't want to wander too far away from our tribes, because if we did, we were likely to end up dead. We had a lot of harsh environments to live through before we got to where we are today. And the proverbial risk isn't the same as it once was. Our failure now is psychological. And we ask ourselves all the things around what could go wrong instead of asking ourselves what could go right. A lot of coaches and influencers approach things with blind optimism, which isn't realistic or healthy. And I never recommend throwing all caution to the wind. And I do invite you to ask yourself, what good could come from stepping outside of your comfort zone? So we don't live in a harsh environment or caveman situation for most of us. And across the developed world, our dangers are minimal. So instead of avoiding failure with our fears, we actually avoid opportunity, luck, hard work to reach our own potential. Honestly, if a good outcome was guaranteed, everyone would do it. But most people are not both fulfilled and happy with their income in their career. Globally, only 8 to 9% of people report that over the last few years. So if you want an amazing life, you have to do what others are not willing to do. Number 3, the fear of putting ourselves out there. So what if they laugh at me? It's a question that we've been asking ourselves since we were 5. It doesn't feel safe to put ourselves out there, especially when we have been holding ourselves back for so long. It reinforces the idea that we haven't put ourselves out there for a reason. So from there, we create this shame spiral, teaching ourselves that we are capable. One way to overcome this fear is by putting ourselves out there. So putting ourselves out there does feel vulnerable, uncomfortable, but it's up to us to intentionally decide who is earning our trust and who to share our optimism and excitement with. It's our responsibility to decide whose opinions are worthy of influencing our own. So you don't want to choose everyone. Be selective. I want you to begin recognizing when you're getting should on by well-meaning people. Should on. The right people will support you. Celebrate your successes and stand by your failures. And this is the truth that I've seen over and over again. So Check your workbook for your second 5-minute challenge, and I'll see you tomorrow for your final challenge. Congratulations for showing up for yourself and getting back at it on the second day. Just one more day to go. So remember that in your workbook, you have a 5-minute wrap-up activity, and you can find this workbook in the description below. And I'll see you tomorrow for the last day.